Hi. Good morning. Uh, good morning, facts. It's Wednesday. It's 7:30 in the morning. Uh, and I am I am recalibrating my life. I truly think that after December, I'm going to have my life, my work habit life. That's what I mean more than anything. I'm gonna have that down pat. Um, Things that I'm doing, things that I'm trying to put in place, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to welcome you guys to the channel. If you, in fact, you are new to the channel, please, by all means, hit that subscribe button. This is Facts at 100%. Um, I got a little check. She kicks checked that ass yesterday and said, "Get back to the facts. You're getting personal. Stop being a personal whore," is what she said. Goddamn she cakes. But I wanna just hit y'all with this quick one. People, if you once again new to the channel, please by all means hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Share my videos, man. People need to hear what I got to say. In addition to that, I am hiring a secretary. 323-627-1623. You can text me if you're in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. People, I'm very analytical. I'm gonna jump right into this thing. I'm very analytical. I will tell you that you probably don't know an analytical person. Analytical is the new wave of smart. Not to say that you can't be, but I'm very analytical. Um, Analytical just emerged on the scene. It made its way into sports in the last 3 or 4 years. Some would say that the Dodgers won the World Series over the Tampa Ray Bays a couple of weeks ago, based on an era in analytics. And analytics shows that a pitcher can only go between 4.5 to 5 to maybe 5.5 innings until you have to change that pitcher out. The problem in the World Series that we just seen, the pitcher was pitching a perfect game. The unfortunates of analytics got the pitcher out of the game. The Dodgers scored 2 points, won the World Series. It was a terrible following of the script of analytics. Please follow me. So I'm analytical. And analytical is I break down. And by the time the words leave my mouth, you can't rebuttal them. You may think you can. You can add to it. Not going to argue that, but that's not why I'm here. I am here because I said something yesterday, and one of the things that I realized is that when you say something, well, first, let me say this. This is a man's organization more than anything I have. Facts 100 is a spinoff of that. I have a platform for fathers that been through it. That's the name of my business, the National Fathers League, the NFL. And I created this career some 20 years ago, my own career, and I helped over 200,000 individuals in my career. I helped doctors, I helped state police, I helped nurses, I helped everybody called me for my services. Why? Nothing other than I'm analytical. I break things down. I helped individuals understand that you're not a father once you're taken down for child support. And it was like, yes, I am. No, you're not. Actually, in order to get a child support order, to pay it, that is, you must have lost something. In order to give a woman money, you have to have lost the fact that you are a father. Because what y'all don't realize is when you go to court, they hit you off with a oofy. A oofy is something I came up with, but they hit you off with a oofy. And you think you're in there fighting for one thing, but in order to pay child support, you must be a loser. I need y'all to follow me. Need y'all to follow me. talking about, I'm going to say this. 8:15. Okay. Let me give you a dose of analytics. People, I was paying $410 a month for private school. I was picking my child up every day, eliminating after school care. That was about another $600. So 410 and 600 is $1,010. I was feeding the child every day, little $5 Happy Meal. That a month, 5 days a week, $5, $25 a week, another $100. So we had $1,110. And then I was doing homework with the child every day, aka tutoring, at $30 a day. That is another $150. That is another $600 a month. I was giving Atia LaShawn Bradley $1,710 a month in incentives. Atia LaShawn Bradley took me down for child support for $259 a month, laughed at me when she did it. I told people that if you take those numbers to any accountant, they would say, what idiot signed up for this? But when you tell women about it, is, well, maybe she felt as though she had to do it. It's a whole bunch of dumb excuses when the analytics were completely ignored. There is no smart perspective on that. And that happened to me so much that I was sitting back in 2010 listening to women saying, no, she was right. And I was just like, I did a show entitled, I'm Sorry, Miss Bradley. And when I did that show, I paid $2,100 for advertisement for that show. It was the biggest show that I've ever did. I was on radio at the time. And one Atia LaShawn Bradley got a hold of the show, of the information, and took me down to court, put a restraining order on me because she was. Now, restraining orders are normally you're in fear of your life. But a radio program, she put a restraining order on me for a radio program, and I don't think it was because she was in fear of her life. I think it was because what Mary said in a Super Friend. They made a song called Super Friend. The devil loved to do things in the dark, but always have a problem when you bring things to the light. And when I brought the thing to the light, it was a problem. Now, what white people normally do is when they have a problem with something, they go to court and file what you call an injunction. They don't file restraining orders. But what I like to tell men is you will always get somebody coming after you the cheapest way possible. You see, what I was taught and what I was shown is that, and this is what the analytics say, this is me being analytical. It's easy to go down to court and fill out a paper, a restraining order for free, instead of go retaining a lawyer for $1,000 retainer under the fact that you want to file an injunction. I need y'all to follow me. So I'm going to do something, because analytics in my eyes say that when it comes to fathers, not deadbeats, when it comes to fathers, analytics tells me that child support is not smart. But you may say, and I know, well, a lot of women gonna watch this. Well, I wouldn't say that, but you never know this and all that. But let me get back to something. I almost forgot. When I did the show, I'm entitled, I'm Sorry, Miss Bradley, I gave a $50,000 reward and a house. I found myself in court 3 years later under some nonsense, but I said, Your Honor, she didn't claim the house or the $50,000. And then I looked at the jury when I said that, and they just looked at me, and then they looked at her. Now the court's just looking at her like, so you did all this stuff, you listened to the show, how come you didn't claim the $50,000 or the house? And for some reason, when analytics ask a question, it's never asked. But when analytics is challenged, it's always on a premise of, well, I'm not saying that, I'm saying this. That's not what analytics is being executed for, that issue. It's being talked about that. I need y'all to follow me. So we're going to break something down. I just said $1,700 a month with a father, because this is what happens when you challenge analytics. When a person says something like, when a father speaks, I done spoke at many forums in the context of being a dad, And dad, I always got rebutted with, yeah, but what about the no good men? No, those are bums. I'm talking about fathers. You see that banner, the piece of the banner? It says National WNFL, National Fathers League Talk Radio. And I would they would invite me to speak on panels, and I would be fighting women that opened their legs up to a no good man, and now they want to claim he's a father. I'm going to get back to that though. So let's do analytics. Tia LaShawn Bradley was getting $1,710 a month in incentives and took me down to child support for $259 a month. So let's go and do the math. $259 a month. Now here's an individual that graduated from Seton Hall University with a graduate undergrad. But when it comes to dealing with a man, it seems as though everything that's done to a man is right. Oh, you want to do that? It's right. I'm testosterone. I'm not going to say it's right. I'm going to go in on you. I'm going to say you're dumb. I'm going to say you stupid. And when somebody try to oppose me on that, I'm going to say, you're our friend. Yeah, you're dumb as hell too. Boy, I feel sorry for you. I hope you ain't got no kids. You see, I don't give stupidity no play. My dad didn't. I realize that I am a split image of my father. But I know what I'm saying and what I have said, it's been like this for 20 years. Every time I said child support was wrong, it was always rebutted with, well, you never know, some indirect stupidity, the depths of stupidity. So let me give you analytics, at its finest. Tia LaShawn Bradley took me, let's erase everything from the books and just say I was paying $410 a month for private school. Let's just give it at that. $259 a month. No, let's go like this. So I was paying $410 a month. We're gonna minus the $259. So if you take $410 a month and minus $259, you come up with a balance of $151. That was not a deterrent to get a woman to say, I'm messing up. Nope. Everybody else is gonna, every other woman is gonna get, well, you never know, and how did you know? And once again, and in the show, I'm sorry, Miss Barretley, I'm gonna get the sound bites and play it. I said, anything that I'm saying here is a lie. Was I not doing this? Was I not? Tia LaShawn Bradley, listen to the whole thing. I never missed a day. I never came up with an excuse, because men don't make excuses. Remember, I said it in this book. Men don't make excuses, right? Now, it's amazing how when I say how great I am on a grand scale, on the other side of that, I'm going to defend that, all right? I'm great at being a man. I'm great at standing firm, all right? So we had $151 a month. So Tia LaShawn Bradley, let's just say wasn't doing anything else. That alone still don't get women to say, nah, that wasn't smart. It's, well, you never know. So I said I never missed a day picking my child up from daycare, after school rather, and I never missed a payment. Normally that in every other discussion, it brings, it shines light on there's something else in play. We ain't gonna call it stupid yet. But okay, so if he was doing that, then what exactly is going on? See, men, fathers, we never get the what's going on. We always get it's always something else. You're gonna keep going and keep going. That's why I go to straight annihilation. And I'm good at that. Trust me, I'm good at that. So, and by the way, analytics tell me that child support is dumb. It's the dumbest thing in the world compared to a man is going to do. Let me tell you this before we do the math. I'm the one also that I'm not going to just say child support is the dumbest thing in the world. I'm the guy that said on numerous shows in the last 7 or 8 years that y'all women should get together and sue court for child support because it don't add up. Child support does not add up, but I'm going to get back to that. Child support don't add up. All right? So I was paying $410 a month. She took me down for $259. That's the negative. So let's go with the $259 now. A month. Now, last time I checked my calendar, it was 4 weeks in a year, in a month, 4 weeks in a month. So we're going to divide that by 4. So that comes to a whopping $64 a week. But hold on, the last time I checked, there was 7 days in a week. So now we got to divide that by 7. So here's a woman that took me down for child support for $9 a day. But wait a minute. When you work, don't you get paid by the hour? Now, what you women say, this is what y'all say. You can't attest it. I'm just analytical. Remember, I'm trying to help the world understand an analytical man. Like I just said, you probably don't even know one analytical man. We are rare. We're analytical. And I will not ever let nobody try to make it think that my analytics is all somehow an enemy of the moment. Okay? So check this out. 9:25. But hold on. There's 24 hours in a day, yes? Of course there is. So now we got to divide that 925 by 24 hours. So Atia LaShawn Bradley took me down to child support for a whopping 38 cents an hour. That's how analytics break shit down. We don't do things by, oh, you making money. Oh, girl, get that money. We don't do that. We break things down to the very last compound. That's analytics. Now, I just said, I'll get back to it, but I said child support don't add up, right? All right. Okay. So, explain to me how, if a man is doing what's on record, how is that? How is that? Because here's what will always be. This is what women say. A woman's job is never done. A woman. This is what happens. Now, allow me to inject analytics on a social scale. For all of those that don't know, Nancy Pelosi did not want to denounce socialism the day before yesterday. For all y'all don't know, a socialist society is where you don't want to live. That's some Hitler stuff. That's another show. Damn, it's a bitch being this smart. People, in 1986, I had a bank, I had an account at Carteret Savings and Loans on Bloomfield Avenue in New Jersey. I need y'all to follow me. And then I started my military career, and when I went into Carteret Savings and Loans, I said, I'm going into the military, I need to close my account, I got to get out of here. And they was like, well, you can still bank with us. I said, no, I'm not going to live in New Jersey anymore. No. We came out with this device, it's called the ATM card. And I was like, so you're trying to tell me I can be in Texas and get money out of a machine? This is true stuff. I remember when I was in Texas, I called my mom and said, oh, Sweat Mom, I'm in Texas and I got money out of the machine from my account. Do you know what analytics told the debit card people? Analytics told them that they can make billions in fees. Then they start attaching fees. You see, there are individuals that sit around a round table and they decide your faith and mine. They decide the tides of where society is going. So now let us get back to child support. People, when you want to destroy a nation, you divide and conquer. And when you want to destroy a nation, what you do is you just make things peachy for women. You see, this didn't work with the Italians. This didn't work with the Haitians. This didn't work with the Indians when white people did it to them. But they hit a home run when it came to black people. Gee, I wonder why. So you're going to have to forgive me for being stern and firm. You have to forgive me when I say that the two things that you can get, even if you didn't do nothing that wrong, is a restraining order and a child support order. You know why you know why restraining orders and child support orders are things that people can get without the person deserving it? Because they're programs for women. Now, you can say what you want. I'm analytical, and these are analytics, and they are facts. Yesterday, when I did my little show, I said something. And I said, there are steps when it comes to having a baby. Now, when I say these things, what you get is mistakes happen. Let me do my dance. Yeah. Save that drama for your cousin. Because do you know the stats? Of course you don't. And you will conveniently not know the stats on teen pregnancy, but you'll comment on it because you want to rebuttal what I say. Here's one thing that I've learned in my 51 years of living and in my 10 years of being in the public. I realized that when you speak, you're hated more than you are loved. If I do 10 programs, I'm going to be hated on 9 and probably 9.7%, 97% of what I speak, because it's facts and it's truth. And individuals, the one thing that an individual always want to know, I want to know how you're thinking. I have individuals that throw statements at me and think I'm going to go ahead and speak on it. So let me give you analytics or facts. People in this community, as I stated last night, we are having children at an alarming rate. We are having children where it should be at least a fifth step. We are having children after the meeting. People, this isn't done in any other community. So let me help you out. You say you got 3 kids by 2 different dudes and you never was married? Yeah, okay. That dude don't deserve to stay around. See, we getting back to that. No, he don't deserve to stay around. You didn't secure the bag, boo. No, you didn't secure the bag. You ain't supposed to have kids to keep it. You ain't supposed to do that. You're supposed to get... Every other race have kids with their husband. You're supposed to have kids with your husband, not somebody standing around. See, I know when I said that little comment, it got a strife. So allow me. Let me drop some facts. People, after a teen, you're supposed to further educate yourself. You can go ahead and say some people don't do that, this and all that, whatever. I'm talking about where it's supposed to be, not the mistakes that you've accepted and then now want to debunk what I say with some idiotic feelings and emotions of having children. You're supposed to educate yourself. All right? You're supposed to further your education. And then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get a career. All right? Educate yourself. Then you're supposed to get you a career. Then get a career and then not say, I don't need a man and all niggas are. That's what you want to do. It's cool. That ain't what everybody else do. That's not what happened in the black community. Then when you get that career, you get you a relationship. You hunt, you date for a period of time. And you find that individual. This is step number 3. Try and stick with me. I'm laughing at something else. Then you get married. All right? You get married. And then what happens is, it's going to sound crazy. Y'all buy a home. And then after you buy a home, then the 6th step is you start a family. Any other way that you do it outside of that, tell that bullshit story to a bunch of people that did the same thing you did so y'all can be strong and y'all can go about this. Because let me tell you something. I remember when I did a show about this, I used my mom for an example, and I thought my mom would be proud. But just by the mere fact that this is a man's organization, and I was talking about how, because I don't know if you got this, I'm going to speak up for good men. Any other way than the right way, good men lose out. Good men lose out. And then we meet women and they all burned out. I'm tired of no good niggas. You shouldn't have been dealing with niggas. I'm tired. Listen. You did it wrong. Say, you know what? I shouldn't have did this. I was wrong. I had babies. I got a big butt. I let niggas get all up in me. Just be honest with yourself. But you ain't supposed to have babies after the second step. You're not. Yeah, I know. I get it. When I say things, it's just further going to add fuel to, I don't know about him. I don't know. Dag, he just seems a little bit, yup. Guess what? The forces of good need all the help it can get. You know why? Because in the community you guys call black, stupid got good in a headlock. We're so compassionate for wrong. We just sit back and just, wrong gets all these understandings and good gets attacked. That's where we at? I know. The problem with that is when you talk to me, I'm speaking for the perspective of good. Your little dumb narratives, your little switch, your little, I remember I was speaking up in an event up in Times Square. Individuals thought that, I don't know, if enough of them attacked me, then it would get too hot for me. But what they didn't realize is the more they said stuff, the more I took them deep. And it was like, oh gosh, we can't break this dude. Yeah, I was in a room with about 70 people speaking. And it was like an all-out attack him fest. Yeah. Who prevailed? Because God said, listen, you do a lot of good things. I'm not perfect by no means. But somebody told me something when I was in my 20s, and they were about 50. And I was told, young man, you speak and you break things down like nobody I've ever met. Young man, let me tell you something. If somebody don't understand when you break it down, it's because they don't like you. Yeah. Dude I was friends with for 30 years. We ain't friends no more. Because he want to just be able to say, hey, man, I'm in the trucking business. And you know, all you got to do is put $40 aside every week to pay your taxes. I don't know no person that owns an 18-wheeler that their taxes is 40 times 4 is $160 a month. And you don't know a person that says, there isn't a truck driver out there that would tell you my taxes is $160 a month. But that's what he's telling me. I mean, 7 out of 10 of the dumbest things that I've ever heard came out of his mouth. We can't be friends no more. Why? Because he don't want the truth. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. Truth. That's it. That's it. I just had to do this because I was listening to the show that I did last night. And just truth, y'all. You can't run around and think that you can engage in wrong and then defend it. Wrong is wrong. And we are crippling ourselves as a society. This is why no one else is taking us serious. This is why we got to go to the extreme. This is why you believe in all these little smoke screens. Oh, we got a female black president, vice president. She ain't claiming she's black. This is what you want to tell yourself. Right. Okay. We elected a man. I don't see how he got one vote. We elected a Caucasian that told you ain't black. Let me stop rocking. Shika's going to say, stop doing that. Catch you guys on the next one. And remember, y'all, these are facts at 100%.